Hello everybody, my name is Audrey Ng and I'm a Polestar Pilates educator from Perth, Western Australia. I'm here today with my son James and we are going to share with you a little tutorial of exercises suitable for soccer players. We hope you enjoy it. The bridging exercise. So we are going to be doing basic bridging, which is an exercise to mobilize the lumbar spine, the hips and the pelvis. We're going to be resting the feet either on the edge of the sofa or you can use the wall. Hips are flexed approximately 90 degrees and we're just holding a ball like your soccer ball just between your knees. We are holding 3 kilo weights and we're reaching them straight up towards the sky with the elbows spiraled in. And this is to encourage our shoulder blades to hug around the body to connect our ribs down towards the pelvis. Just got a little pillow underneath the head to rest. Inhale to prepare. And as we exhale, we're going to be reaching the sitting bones to the back of the knees and the knees over the toes. Only a very gentle squeeze of the ball with the knees, coming to rest between the shoulder blades. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, keep the pelvis up for as long as you can to send the chest away. And again, we lower down 1 vertebrae at a time until the tailbone comes back to rest on the mat in neutral position. And we would repeat this exercise 10 times. Take a breath in to prepare, and exhale, rolling up through the pelvis, the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time, reaching the knees away from the chin. Sink the sternum away as you exhale, melting back down, keeping that pelvis up for as long as you can, all the way to rest. Single leg bridging. This exercise is a progression of basic bridging, and we're going to move a little bit further away from the wall so that we also really work our hamstrings. And this is a really important exercise to prevent hamstring strain. So this time we are going to float 1 foot off the support surface, keeping the knee vertical to the hip. Keep reaching the weights to the sky. Inhale to prepare, and as you exhale, press down through the left foot and we curl the pelvis up into the bridge position. Inhale at the top and then exhale, articulating through from the chest all the way back down. Continue this exercise. And I want you to repeat this 8 times before we change to the other side. Our goal is to be able to do 3 sets of 8 repetitions on each side. The glute bridge. This exercise is great for strengthening the gluteal muscles, the inner thighs and the hamstrings. We're going to pop your soccer ball between your knees and we're going to ground your feet, and your feet are just going to be about a hip width apart. We're also going to hold a weight. You might have a kettlebell, you might have a plate, or you might just have a dumbbell, which you can rest on the front of your hips and pelvis. So we've got a 6 kilo weight at the moment, so find a weight that is suitable for you. We're resting our back up against either the edge of the sofa or a box, but make sure that that is stable, that it's not going to roll away. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to ground the feet. We're going to press the pelvis and the hips up toward the sky, just allowing the glutes and the hamstrings to do the work. Inhale at the top, and then we exhale to lower down. Your eyes are going to be reaching or looking straight out towards the horizon, and we want to make sure that the pelvis is gently scooping. So your sitting bones are reaching to the back of the knees so that you're not doing any work with your lower back. You're resting right in between your shoulder blades on the edge of your support surface. And we're going to repeat this exercise 8 times, aiming to do 3 sets of 8. Thoracic rotation with sliders. So for this exercise at home, you can either use sliding discs or paper or plastic plates if you're sliding on carpet, or plastic bags work really well as well. So make sure that you keep your elbows nice and straight during the exercise if you're weight bearing on it. So we're going to begin by lifting the left arm up towards the sky. So reaching up, push down through the right hand, looking up towards the hand. This time, as you bring the hand down, you're going to place the back of the hand down on top of the plate or down on the floor. Reach that right hand forward and rotate the torso, resting on that side of your head. Take a deep breath, expand your ribs, and as you exhale, you can scoop through, draw up through the belly, and we're going to roll back and come back into a quadruped position. Now this time, we're going to change sides. So we're going to keep the left hand really straight as you weight bear, and now lifting your right arm up towards the sky. Rotate the body as you do so. Inhale there, exhale. Place the back of the right hand down onto the plate, slide it underneath, reach the left hand all the way forward, and allow the body to rotate. You can come down to rest now on the right hand side of your head. Inhaling, expand the back of the ribs, and as you exhale, we're going to scoop, we're going to roll back up through the body, back into an all fours position. Repeat that exercise 5 times to each side. The quadruped exercise, working on our scapular stability and our upper extremity weight bearing and the alignment of our pelvis, spine, and upper body. Inhale to prepare and exhale to slide the left arm and the right leg away to the opposite sides of the room. Stay lifted. Inhale there and then exhale to return. Change arm and leg. Inhale to prepare and our exhale to slide the right arm and the left leg away, making sure that the emphasis is to reach the opposite side of the room rather than lifting up toward the sky. Once more there for the opposites. And at home, you would try this to repeat this 5 times on each side. Lengthening out from the crown of the head. The leg pull exercise. So sitting with your fingertips facing your hips, your hands are a shoulder width apart, roll the shoulders open. Feet pressed together. We're going to take a breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to float the hips up away from the mat, keeping the chest open. Inhale to float the right leg up away from the floor, exhale to lower. Inhale to float the left leg up, keeping the hips lifted, exhale to lower. Repeat that. We're going to be doing this at home 5 times on each side. And the progression now is to hug the knee towards the chest. Inhale, bend the right knee up towards the chest. Exhale to press it away. Inhale now to float the left leg up. Keep the hips lifted. Exhale to press the leg away. And again, we repeat this exercise 5 times on each side. The leg pull exercise. So starting in a push-up position, we're going to exhale to extend the left leg straight back behind you. Inhale to lower, change legs. And we repeat this exercise 5 times on each leg, keeping the pelvis nice and still. Next, we're going to hug the knee towards the shoulders. So bring the left knee up towards your armpit, hug that up to the side, exhale to reach away and change. Inhale up, exhale to press. Keep the elbows soft and repeat this exercise 5 times to each side. Prone extension is a great exercise to mobilize the upper part of the thoracic spine. So we're lying flat down on your mat with your nose pressing down, elbows in the grasshopper position. Take a breath in, lengthening out through the crown of your head. Keep your pubic bone reaching down, elbows reach down towards your heels, and we're just going to send your chest forward. Hold it there, take a breath in, and then exhale to peel all the way back down. So the prone extension is only a small movement. Start off with an inhale. Exhale, elbows reach back behind, press through the hands and peel the front part of your chest up off the mat. Pause there, your gaze is looking just to the end of your mat. Take a breath in, exhale, and we're going to roll all the way back down. We repeat this 3 times. And feel as if you've got a spine on the front of your body so that you're peeling up 1 vertebrae at a time. making sure that you just keep that pubic bone glued down, lower abdominals are gently lifted up off the mat. Progressing that now to the dart exercise. So dart is where we place those hands down by our sides, and you can have your palms facing the sky or facing down. In that position, we move through the thoracic extension, this time opening up through the chest and shoulders as we send your sternum, the breastbone, forward. Again, your gaze is just looking out to the front of your mat. Try and keep those legs extending away, pubic bone heavy, and then exhaling to come back down to rest on your mat. And we can repeat the dart exercise 5 times. Chest lift. So we're going to use your ball as a prop. We're going to gently hug that between your knees, lying down on your back with your knees bent. Make sure that your feet are grounded. We're going to interlace the fingers to place the hands behind the back of the head, gently supporting. And remember to always gently press the head back into your hands in order to give you a little bit of support for your neck. So in this position, we're going to exhale into a chest lift. So we're going to slide the ribs down towards the pelvis, the elbows reaching to the sides of the room. Inhale there, and then exhale to roll all the way back down. And we can repeat the chest lift 10 times. Exhale, rolling up through the head, neck and shoulders, gaze looking past the ball. Inhale at the top, and we exhale back down. The oblique chest lift begins by curling up the head, neck and shoulders and rotating the right rib cage now towards the left hip. Keep the chin away from the throat to inhale back to center, and then we exhale to roll back down. And again, exhale to curl up, roll up head, neck and shoulders, left ribs now rotate towards the left pelvis. Inhale back to center, and then exhale to roll back to the start position. And we can repeat that oblique chest lift 5 times to each side. The single leg stretch. So we're going to have the legs in tabletop position, and you're going to be always gently pressing against your hands. Roll up your head, neck and shoulders and really feel the ribs sliding towards the pelvis, the belly gently drawing in. Exhale to stretch the right leg to the opposite side of the room. Inhale, and then exhale, change legs and stretch. Inhale, switch legs, exhale to stretch the right. Inhale to change, exhale to stretch the left. Continue to scoop deep in through the belly, expanding and breathing into the back of your ribs. And we're going to repeat this exercise 5 times on each side, trying to maintain that length through the front of the hips. And when you've finished, we're going to hug both knees back in, and then we're going to roll back down to finish. The roll up. So using your ball as resistance, you're going to be stretched out long on your mat. And it's really important that we focus on the mobility through your spine so that we're not using too much momentum to help you. Stretch the ball overhead. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, reach the ball to the sky, rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time until you come into a big long C position, eyes looking in towards your belly. And as you inhale now, stack the spine up, sitting up nice and tall. As you exhale, roll the pelvis gently back, 1 vertebrae at a time, to come back to lay down on the mat, inhaling to stretch the ball up overhead. Repeat that again, exhaling to stretch the ball up towards the sky. Now peeling the spine up, rolling up head, neck and shoulders, scoop the belly button in and reach the ball past your toes. Inhale to stack the spine straight back up into tall sitting. And then as you exhale, we're going to roll back. So reach the sitting bones to the back of the knees. Belly button draws up underneath the rib cage as you roll back down 1 vertebrae at a time and enjoy that lovely stretch when you reach the end. You can repeat that exercise 6 times. The side lift. So on your side, propped up on your elbow, you're going to lift yourself up and away from the floor, pressing the hips to the sky. We're going to lift up, exhale, inhale to lower, and we repeat this 5 times. Now hold that position at the top, and we're now going to add 3 leg lifts. Exhale to float that top leg up, inhale to lower, keeping the hips lifted, and that top hip has to rotate slightly forward. Lengthen out from the crown of your head to your toes, and lower with control to finish. Repeat that exercise 3 times to each side. The reverse Nordic exercise. This is a great exercise to lengthen and strengthen your quads and your hip flexors. So we're going to start on your knees. Now, if you have osteoarthritis or knee bursitis, this exercise may not be appropriate. So make sure that you do pad your knees well underneath. So we're going to start by reaching your ball up overhead. So your arms are by your ears, and just make sure that your body is in a lovely straight alignment, lengthening up. So to start with. Now in this exercise, we are going to be sitting back towards the heels, but maintaining a nice cylinder of your torso. We're going to take a breath in, keep reaching the ball up towards the sky as you sit your hips down towards your heels, keeping your spine lengthened and in neutral. Exhale to press the knees straight down into the mat and to push the hips forward. So you should feel a lovely stretch through the front of the quads and hip flexors, and you'll work your glutes and your hamstrings to bring you back up into that kneeling position. And again, we're going to inhale to sit back down towards your heels, keeping the ribs connected. Exhale to drive the hips forward to rise. And you can repeat that exercise 6 times, up to 3 sets. Scooter with variations. To do this exercise, you're going to need either a slider or a paper plate underneath the foot you're sliding, or a plastic bag wrapped around that whole foot. But just be careful of your balance and safety precautions. We're going to inhale to slide that right foot back behind you, reaching your arms and your torso forward. Exhale to rise, and you can repeat that 8 times on each side. Now, as a progression, you can slide that back foot out to the corners of the room. So as you inhale, stretch that right leg out to the side corner, and then you would stretch it straight back behind you. And then finally to the corner at the back of the room, behind you. Coming back to the standing position in between. And you could repeat that exercise 3 times to each corner. Really important to keep those feet grounded, and the pelvis should be facing the front at all times. And you can do 3 sets of each of those scooter variations. The single leg RDL exercise is great for posterior chain, glute and hamstring strengthening and balance. So we're going to be standing on your left leg, and we're going to be holding a weight. So this is a 6 kilo kettlebell, but just holding a weight that's suitable for you in your right hand. Your right knee is flexed 90 degrees. So we're going to drive the movement forward as you inhale by reaching the right heel towards the sky, lengthening out crown of the head to the sitting bones. Exhale to press the left foot through the floor to stand. And then we're going to repeat that exercise 6 times, 3 sets on each leg. A Bulgarian or rear foot elevated split squat. Have your foot either resting on a box against a wall or that's stable, or you can have your foot on the edge of the sofa. We're going to inhale as you squat down, lowering your back knee down to the floor. Exhale to drive through the floor to stand. Keep your body weight leaning slightly forward, and we're going to repeat this exercise 8 times. Once you can control that alignment so that your knee is just pointing over your second toe in the front there, then you can repeat this for 3 sets of 8 repetitions on each side. The skater exercise is where we have a band around the knees and one across your wrists as well, so that we can maintain resistance for the entire body as we crab walk across the room. So begin by moving into a mini squat position. We're going to be reaching the hips back, knees flexed, pointing over the second toe. Reach your hands forward and begin to add a little bit of tension into both bands. Now keep the torso upright and keep a little bit of connection between the ribs and the pelvis. We're going to take 6 crab walks to the side. So stepping across and making sure that your pelvis remains horizontal and facing forward the entire time. Keep the steps even and try to keep your body erect the whole way. And return 6 steps back to your start position. Repeat this exercise 5 times.